So we've been able to build a very strong distribution capability. State Bank of India, of course, gives us the massive reach. Today, SBI has about 23,000 plus branches, which is about 53 crore customer base. At that size, even if you were to take away those small Jandan accounts, which today may be not a right product for mutual funds, we still have about 35 crore customers who can invest in a mutual fund schemes. There's so much of potential that State Bank of India brings to the table that we are now slowly able to encash it. Two, SBI also has a massive digital distribution. You all know YONO. YONO is the largest app out there when it comes to financial services in India. It has 12 crore investors or 12 crore bank account holders fully using this digital capability. Again, SBI Mutual Fund is fully now integrated into YONO, and there's so much of headroom for us to grow when it comes to the digital penetration through State Bank of India. State Bank of India is also a plan which is a feet on street, 23,000 plus branches. So we've kind of we've gone ahead and trained people on the ground with this NISM certification to sell mutual funds. We have now, as we speak, around 15,000. This was a little dated number. 15,000 plus SBI employees who are being trained to sell SBI mutual fund schemes. While SBI is a huge moat and the icing on the cake for SBI Funds Management, and it's also our parent company, we have a very strong third-party distribution capability. In fact, we have 130,000 IFAs who sell our funds across the country. We have about 90 plus distribution partners, which includes banks, financial organizations, national distributors who sell our product. SBI Mutual Fund product is available in every single fintech platform. Grow, Zerodha, GoPay, Paytm, all our products are available in every single platform out there. While we build this strong third-party distribution and SBI distribution, SBI Mutual Fund has its own network, our own offices. We have close to 300 plus offices. We have a very strong digital footprint of ours. We have an app called Invest App, which is the largest mutual fund app out there in the country. Finally, we built this whole digital footprint through an ecosystem approach. And I have a slide on it, which I'll talk to you a little later after the next slide. But the real big business for us is the SIP business. In fact, SIP is defining what the mutual fund industry has become today. SIP is now roughly about 1.73 trillion AUM that we manage, that 12.5 trillion AUM that we manage. 1.73 trillion actually has come only through an SIP. So small investments, small tickets actually has given us about 1.73 trillion rupees, 1,73,000 crores. If you were to just take the equity portion of it, which is about 6.5 lakh crores, 1.73 trillion, that's usually where the SIP is a very large chunk of the money. So we built this money investments over a very long period of time, and SIP has become a very important way of doing. How big is it? Almost 4,000 plus crores comes every month through an SIP route for us. We have almost 1.6 crore SIP accounts set up with SBI Mutual Fund. Last year alone, 5.3 million, 53 lakh customers actually opened an SIP account with us. So it's a very, very fast moving, huge business that we have created. In fact, we have 65% of the SIP comes from B30 location. These are beyond the top 30 locations. So now wealth is now getting distributed. The potential to generate wealth out of SIP is now coming from smaller markets, B30 location. Of course, that's also because of the distribution that we've been able to create. Finally, we have the largest SIP market share with almost 15.5% SIP book that we have been able to create in the industry. While we've been able to do all that, we also have a high persistency, a high registration rate. That means investors who are buying SBI mutual funds are actually buying for 97% of them are buying for longer term SIPs. At least when they're registering for long term. In fact, some of the SIPs we have are like those NPCI mandates. We call it perpetual SIPs. Most customers now buy perpetual SIPs. Those 30 years plus kind of mandates are there. You continue till you stop. The reason we bring all this up is this is a very, very big capability SBI Mutual Fund has been able to create. You might have seen during this volatile period too, this SIP book continues to grow month after month. And this is a very interesting thing that Indian mutual fund industry, especially SBI Funds Management as a market leader, has been able to develop and create. While SIP is a very big thing, one of the things that we really do very well is digitization. In fact, 95% of our business comes only through digital platforms. That means all of the digital platforms, the ecosystem that we've been able to create, market infrastructure, 95% of the business is coming to digital, so the friction is largely being kind of reduced. We have our own app, like I talked about, called Invest app. 4 million customers on that app. This is a B2C plus kind of capability. We have almost 12% of the SIP that I talked about just coming through this app called Invest app that we've been able to create. It's a very highly rated app out there, one of the most downloaded mutual fund app, and highly used by SBI mutual fund investors. While we've created this B2C self-service kind of capability with investors, we've also created a very big digital ecosystem for our distributors. 46,000 distributors out of the 1.3 lakh IFAs that I talked about use our app called Partner App or Partner Portal. Right? This is dedicated capability we've created. 30,000 SBI employees use an app called Mitra, which is dedicated for SBI employees to sell SBI mutual fund products in their premises or when they meet their client. So it's a very large ecosystem. It is so large that almost every month, this digital platform that we have created, we have developed and created, gets us about 1.3 million transactions a month. It's one of the largest platform out there to get about 1.3 million transactions every month on the platform that SBI Funds Management has not created. This is not what happens on exchange. This is not what happens through our RTA like CAMS or a third-party IFA, but this is on an ecosystem that we have developed and created. So it's hugely digital penetration that the SBI Mutual Fund has been able to create. We've created similar stuff. We have made huge investments in digitization. Dennis talked about AI/ML capability. Across the board, we have created AI/ML capability. Of course, now everybody is investing. We are very early. The Invest app that I talked about, if you had a chance to download and view, that app is fully AI capable, right? It's fully AI enabled. That means you don't need to go through 10 places to look at it. You ask a question, you get the whole input in one place. It gives you suggestions. We have integrated also in accounting aggregated ecosystem, so you can also see the full wealth capability. So we have built a very strong digital AI capability across the company, and this is helping productivity across the board. Thinking of digital and productivity, the biggest moat that SBI Funds Management has beyond distribution is our people, especially the fund management capability. We are very proud to have created one of the largest investment managers pool in the country today. 71 people work on the investment management of our company. 42 of them manage equity, 14 manage fixed income, and 15 of them are in our alternative and other capability. We have a dedicated research team, very well known in the country, 22 of them. We primarily cover almost 85% of the BSE 500 company directly through our own capability. Of course, we use third-party research too, but this intensity of coverage is extremely high. We have about 250 plus fixed income issuers that we cover, especially because we manage a very large fixed income pool on the portfolio management side. We are known for being a bottom-up and top-down approach capability that we've been able to create, and more importantly, the stickiness of our people. You might have seen some of our managers have been around for more than 15 plus years. We have a high track record of experience and very, very low attrition rate across the country. And the reason we've been able to do is we build investment expertise as a core philosophy here. Our ability to actually develop that capability, harness that in terms of ensuring that we attract the right talent, promote the right talent, at the same point of time compensate the right talent. These are all very critical, right? We've also built a big ESOP ecosystem for our investments team and the rest of the management. So it continues to be self-contained. These are high quality talent. We continue to grow. There's an entrepreneurial spirit that's available in the investment team. That's actually related to a lot of successful products that we have launched, a lot of successful capability that we've created across the board. So I don't want to go into a lot of details that we've created, but two things that we do extremely well is massive distribution and a great investment management capability. These two are hallmarks of what SBI Funds Management does. If I go to the next slide, this is basically the entire capability SBI Funds has created. So why do people come to us? They come to us because we are not just boutique asset manager. We are a mass asset manager with boutique capability. Not only are we a very large equity and fixed income traditional asset manager, we are a very large hybrid and multi-asset fund house. In fact, the largest there. We have a very strong exposure to international investing. About $1 billion+ worth of investments we have done in global markets until RBI recently come and kind of put cap on it. We were one of the largest. We are still the largest investor investing in global market. I told you passives. Passive, we have 4 lakh crores, and that requires technology capability, that requires execution capability, that requires low tracking error. We built a very strong capability there. Of course, we've also invested in the next generation of investing, which is alternative platform, and SIF, which is a specialized investment vehicle. These are the hedge fund style investing. I talked about it. We were one of the first to market out there with SIF. So across the board, we have been not only the first in many capability, but we have also scaled this first capability to a very large capability. And over a period of time, we built 18 million customers, and last few years alone, 28 odd schemes have been launched. Across the board, we have about 128 schemes. So across all capabilities, we've been able to scale our business. One last business slide before I take you through the financial. We are